Anime, anime, anime TV, chat. Hello and welcome to Anime TV. I'm your host, Bargains Galore, and today I'm talking about all the things I picked up during the winter period. Now, as always, we will begin with December the 1st, which is the first day of all the anime's 12 days of Christmas sale. This is the number one sale of the year for UK anime fans, and it's normally where I pick up all my anime for the year. Now, I know what you're thinking. Nick, you haven't watched anime in like 3 years, so surely you didn't buy anything. But sadly, I couldn't resist it. The prices were just too low this year. So, first up, the first thing I picked up was Burn the Witch. I don't know masses about Burn the Witch, if I'm honest with you. I really liked the cover artwork. It was super cheap at £4, and I think it's made by the creator of Bleach. And basically, it follows two girls in London who are responsible for protecting dragons, because I think dragons are real in this world, and they need people to look after them. It looks like it is 3 episodes long, so for someone that's not watching a lot of anime, that's quite a nice, easy thing to deal with. So yeah, I picked up that. Next up is K the series. Now, I know K the series is a bit of a mid show and it gets sort of very iffy reviews. A lot of people were scoring it probably like 6 out of 10 perhaps. But I see it every year, and this year was by far the cheapest it's ever been. It was £6 for the 13 episodes in a nice collector's edition set. And yeah, I just couldn't resist it this year. It's 13 episodes long, and from what I know about the series, it's about a secret, like, underground psychic war, which a normal kid gets involved in. Like I say, I don't know much more than that. I've seen, like, trailers of it in the past, and I always thought the artwork looked really cool, so I couldn't resist picking up this one for £6. And my final thing I picked up in the anime sale, or final 2 things, I should say, are Kaiji Ultimate Survivor, and Kaiji Against All Rules. This is a series I've wanted to watch for, I don't know, 15 years, 20 years maybe. It's always one that's really sort of caught my eye. For a change, it is actually subtitled only, which isn't my sort of thing, but I thought I would give it a go. These 2 sets contain all 52 episodes of the series. I've watched the live action movie quite a long time ago, and I really enjoyed that one. So yeah, it really added to my will to watch this series. It's a bit of a classic. It's kind of like an OG version of Squid Game, really. It's about a guy who gets tricked into a lot of debt, and then he's either told, pay up, or else you can enter this game and try and get yourself out of trouble. And yeah, I think he's sort of like, there's loads of little gambling games like in Squid Game, and you either raise yourself a lot of money to get closer to getting out, or I'm not sure if they always die, but I have seen certain bits where characters do die in the games. So yeah, again, very similar to Squid Game in that sense. So when I do eventually start watching anime again, I'm really looking forward to that one. Okay, that's the end of the anime. So next up, I will move to things I picked up during Christmas, I think. What did I get for Christmas? First up, Happiness by Shuzo Oshimi, the writer of Flowers of Evil. I really, really enjoyed Flowers of Evil, and in the last couple of pages of Flowers of Evil, there's an advert for Shuzo Oshimi's next work, Happiness, which is a vampire tale, and ever since I got to that final page of Flowers of Evil and saw that advert, I'm like, I really, really want to read Happiness. So yeah, I was really happy to get this one. It's not necessarily very easy to find. It can be quite expensive, so I was very happy to receive this as a gift. I'll be honest, before filming this video, I have actually read all of these 10 volumes, because it's been a few days since Christmas. And the series was a bit hit and miss. The start is all very like traditional. You've been bitten by a zombie. Oh no, bitten by a vampire, sorry. And you're starting to go for a change and how it's all affecting you. It's just very traditional. There's nothing new being added to the plate there. And the second half of the series really improves quite a lot. it goes in all different directions, and it has some really cool moments. But unfortunately, all those really cool moments run alongside some very nasty, difficult to read moments. Very sort of fucked up Jeffrey Dahmer shit that ruins anything good the author's doing. So, you like to say, it's sort of very sort of average all the way through. And then when you get in the peaks, you've got the drops because it's disgusting on those pages. So, yeah, sadly, not everything I really wanted in the end, but I did actually still really enjoy reading this series. It is quite a journey. Next up, I got Summertime Rendering by Udon Entertainment, written by Yasuki Tanaka. It is, how many you got? It is 6 omnibuses containing 12 or 13 volumes, I think. It's a very, very nice set. Really liked it. Always thought it sounded really interesting. Very much my sort of thing. It's about a boy who finds out a young childhood friend has died under mysterious circumstances. I think there might be like a handprint on the throat or something. So he returns back to his old island for the funeral, and then some weird stuff happens, like horror, sci-fi, time twists. I don't really know too much about it. I think there's probably some doppelgangers of the girl that died possibly hanging around. So that's all the sort of things I generally like in storytelling. So I'm really sort of excited to see where this one goes. And lastly, I got for Christmas Prophecy by Tetsuya Suitsu. Oh, I can't pronounce that second word. Suitsu, I don't know. Prophecy is about a vigilante who, for some reason, when he goes on YouTube, he has a newspaper wrapped over his head. And yeah, he just sort of like goes onto YouTube and says, this is what I'm going to do in my act of vengeance. And I think it's about a crime division trying to track down the bloke, probably try and find out what he's doing and why. And then probably there'll be some big reveal towards the end. Most of that is just speculation I just made up this second. But that's the general gist I got from reading it. Prophecy is, I think it's originally 3 volumes condensed into this one omnibus. So yeah, I've always sort of like thought it looked kind of interesting, and I am quite glad to receive that for Christmas. I always like a nice hefty omnibus to read, so that one should be good. Next up, we are going to move on to things I picked up for my very recent birthday that I had. Yeah, again, we're going to stick to manga first. And that is, I received all of Platinum End, the manga, which I think is, looking to my right, it is 14 volumes in total. There'll probably be a nice image rolling in the near future showing you all 14 volumes. It is written by the creators of Death Note, which is basically like my main draw to this series. Also the fact that I really think most of the covers are really cool and sparkly. But yeah, it's written by the creators of Death Note, and they also wrote Bakuman. I've liked most of their stuff so far, to be honest. I know Platinum End itself had very mixed reviews. I don't think the anime was particularly well received. I'm hoping the manga is a lot better than the anime, but who knows? The general gist of this series is a boy gets involved in a game to become the next god of this world, and he has an angel alongside him, and they've got to fight against 12 other chosen humans to, like I say, become god. Yeah, I'm 14 volumes. I'm really looking forward to this one. Okay, next up, I know you're thinking, Nick, that is a lot of manga, and you are correct, that is a lot of manga. But very luckily for me, Francesca sorted me out a bookcase for my birthday, so now I've got somewhere to store all the manga. So there may be an image rolling now showing you said bookcase, and yeah, I'm really sort of, I think it brings everything together, it makes everything look really good, really happy. It's already full, so that's not a good start, but yeah, I'm really happy with my bookcase. Okay, now we're on to the last thing. The day after my birthday, I received a parcel in the post. No, it did not say who it was from. It just said it was for me. So I opened it up, and it was a "I want to eat your pancreas" pillow. Yeah, like I say, didn't say it was from, so I've got no idea where it's from. It's just a very nice pillow. It's nice to add to my collection. I did do a little bit of detective work, and on the parcel it had a dispatch date of the 13th of January, which is the day that I posted my last video ranking all the manga I read last year, in which I put "I want to eat your pancreas" at number 1. So my assumption is the person watched that video and then right away sent me a parcel. Got no idea who this person is, but all I can say is they are probably a stalker. So if you know who they are, let me know. If not, report it to the police or maybe the Coast Guard. So yeah, and then eventually I might find out who this was from. But whoever it was from, thank you very much. Anyway, that's the end of my video. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of all the things I picked up, and perhaps tell me what you picked up over the winter period. P.S. Don't forget to support this small channel by subscribing and watching some of our other videos.